Hey YouTubers, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I put up a video, and I haven't really been out in my lake system in the last sort of couple of months. I've been doing a bit of offshore fishing, started the snapper season and all, so I've been getting out there and smashing a couple of fish. So I thought I'd come out this morning, have a little bit of a prospect on the lake, see what's around. Usually this time of year things get a bit quiet. All of the Trevally and stuff like that are kind of moved on. You do, however, get flathead and whiting, Bream, all that sort of stuff. So just gonna have a bit of a prospect this morning. I picked up some of the older ZMan Slim Swims the other day. These are just the 3-inch size, a smaller profile. I'm just gonna basically go along the edges. I've got my sounder in here this morning, and I'm just gonna try and see if I can mark up some fish, and yeah, slow roll some of these little Slim Swims off the edge and see what we can pick up. So I've got probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours this morning. So let's see how many fish we can catch. Let's give it a good solid crack. All right. I'll show you how I put one of these on. It's pretty important to get these lures nice and straight on the actual shank of the hook. You don't want them to be deformed at all. You want them to be really nice and straight so you get a real clean swimming action with the lure. So I'll just give you a bit of a sort of a quick demo on how I rig them up. I basically just measure out sort of where the hook is going to come out the back, and I try and get that barb to go straight through the middle of this head section and pop up just in the position where I've measured it at. So it takes a bit of a trial and error when you start doing this for the first time, but you eventually sort of get the knack of it. So basically just push it straight through the middle there and then feed it right down through the center of the lure. You want to get this as straight as you possibly can, so when it pops out through the back, that lure sits super straight on the hook. I'll just show you, there we go. So if you have a look at that there, that lure's just coming straight out the back. I've got a little bit off center there, not too bad. These Slim Swims are quite thin, so sometimes it's a bit hard, but you kind of get the idea. You can see the shank of the hook there. The lure's sitting nice and flat, so when that swims there, this tail's not going to be sort of deformed, or it's going to swim in its natural sort of profile, nice and clean and straight. Because if you get it too bent, the fish are just not going to be interested. They'll see it and they'll go, oh, hang on, that doesn't look normal. So that's not too bad. We'll give that a crack. Once you've put your lure on, you're always best to check it in the water. So I'll just put this down. You can see what it sort of swims like. So that's swimming really nicely, that. Put it up near the surface so you can see it. Might be a bit dark, that, but kind of see that moving through the water. Swimming nice and clean there. Doesn't look deformed, so we'll give that a go. Just looking at the side vision just to see what's there. You want to get this lure as close as you can to the bank and then just roll it off. Just roll it off that drop off, and yeah, hopefully get a hit. Yeah, we're on. There we go. First cast. Oh, I just dropped it. Yeah, we're on again. Got him. Just let it sit there on the bottom. He's come along there, he's seen that just sitting there and just hit it. Sometimes that's the best way. You hook up, and then if you drop it, just let it sit there for a little bit longer. This is only a little one. That's the first little bream there. A lot of the time they're going to hit that on the pause, so you are best to just stop, drop it, let it sit there if you miss the first one, and then slow roll it again. So we'll take him off. Oh, if we can get it out. There we go. And we'll let him go. That's the little Slim Swim. We'll give it a go again, and we'll hit this edge, and we'll work around this corner and just basically concentrate on this drop off. sort of never be afraid just to let the lure just sit there, especially when you're fishing for bream. They always hit it on the paws as well, so get your cast right, really close into the bank. Sometimes it's just good to do a little bit of a wind, then a pause, and then just keep doing that, start and stop. Try a bit further around this corner. There's a submerged trampoline up here. We'll give this little trampoline a go. It's below that generally there's a few bream just sitting around that edge, so we'll have a few casts just up there and see if we can pick one up. So this is that trampoline. As you can see it there, it's just sitting in the water. It's just above the water at the moment, so if we punch a couple of casts in the front and back end of that, we should pick a fish up. Let's give that a go. Yep, there we go. Right on that front end of that trampoline. Oh yeah, this is a better one. Yep. Got a big go about him. Yes. Real good guy. He's a good bream. Oh. He's a good bream. Good solid one. What size he would be, but he's pretty good. Oh, yeah. That's all right on him. Yeah, that's a good bream, that. Oh yeah, he's a real good one. Yes, there we go. Look at that. Now that's quite a solid bream, that. This one was sitting on the front edge of a trampoline there that's just submerged. I've got the cast right in on it, and as you can see, he's just obliterated that slim swim. Absolutely nailed it. So that's the key. Just get your lure in close to structure, especially these little ones. Just slow roll them off the edge. Maybe pause every now and then, and you're going to get hits. You're going to get fish. I mean, that's a good size bream. I don't have my measure with me, but that's not a bad one. He's just nailed that slim swim. I'll let him go. He's a really good size bream. There you go. He's off. So anywhere where you've got rock, you're going to get fish like bream and stuff like that. And a lot of these drains around the Gold Coast, they've got a lot of structure, substructure in front of the drains. There's usually a rock formation that's quite large. Obviously, to stop when the runoff comes through that drain, it's stopping all the bank getting eroded. So where those rocks are, there's always going to be decent fish. So having a couple of casts around a drain is always worthwhile, because there's usually fish on drains. So we'll have a crack at this one here. This is the one I'm talking about. Right there. Let's give that a go. No, nothing there. Right, we'll head up this jetty up here and have a couple of casts right around the base of this jetty. Sometimes I'm not rolling straight off the edge either. Sometimes I'll be casting up the bank and rolling along the drop off. So, because obviously you're going to cover more ground, and a lot of the predatory fish are sitting on that drop off waiting for stuff to come by. So we'll kind of do that in this area here. We'll just roll a few along the bank parallel with it. Yeah, there we go. Landed one right on the top of a fish that broke the surface. This feels like a reasonable one. Just saw that break the surface there. It must have been attacking something. Seen my little lure come by its face and just couldn't help itself. Yeah, this is not a bad bream either. Good size one. One, but putting up a good fight. There we go. That's not a bad fish, good size. You can see this one feeding quite close. He just hit something and I managed to get the cast right on top of him. And as soon as basically it hit the water, I just locked up. So there you go, nice little bream. As you can see, he's had a crack at that. Slim swims just do the trick on these bream, they just love them. Good size, good profile, and the right colour for this waterway. He's off. It's a bream, it's definitely a bream. Oh, we had to go then. Oh, missed him. Let it sit there. I think he's probably pulled the tail on this. Yeah, there's a little touch. See if he follows it. Yeah, followed it. Got him. Oh. Just on the paws there. There's only a little one. There we go. As you can see, he's another one's nailed that. Just put a little bit more S factor on that lure. I use S factor quite regularly when I'm soft plastics fishing. I find that that's probably the best sort of scent to use. For me, that's worked really well over the years. I've had a lot better success rate with this particular scent. And I just rub a little bit on every now and then. You don't have to do it every cast. It's just enough just to give the fish a bit of a smell at something. Sometimes it's the difference between, you know, getting a touch and then getting a proper hook up, especially when they smell that scent. They seem to be a bit more inclined to really have a crack at it when it's got that on it. Missed him. Unreal. Yeah, there we go again. Pull the tail on that. Yep, there we go. Right up the bank. That one was like within a foot of the bank. Fish was right up high. It's only going to be a small fish, I would think. He just smashed that. No messing around there. Yeah, just a little one. Get him up. Not a huge fish, but not too bad. He was sitting right against the edge. See there, he's had a bit of his fin chopped off there. Yeah, he just nailed that one. Right, well that's probably going to be it for me for today. I don't have much in the way of battery left. I only brought one battery with me this morning, but caught a few fish now. So yeah, it's been a good little session, and that little ZMan Slim Swims held up really well. Still catching fish, still in good condition. So yeah, you should give these things a try. Really good if you want to catch, you know, local estuary species. They're a real good lure to try out for if you've never fished with lures before. And it's quite easy. Just cast out and just slow roll it off the bank. And wait for the little nibs, and then yeah, just hook up. All right, hope you like the video. See you in the next one.